Namaskar, I am Krishnendu. Welcome to my channel. In astrology education videos, I discuss influence of planets in human life. After discussing Sun, Moon, Mars and Mercury, my today's discussion is about Jupiter. Jupiter is the guru or the supreme teacher. He is the true giver of knowledge. The basic tenets of all sciences, all philosophies, all religions are under the rulership of Jupiter. Jupiter is also the master of all sages who created mantras and the gods of infinite power. Without the Guru's grace, there is no way to attain the truth. Jupiter is aged. The essence of childhood and youth experiences is expressed in him as wisdom. Jupiter finds eternal matter in the mortal expression of creation. Therefore, his disciple is immortal. Therefore, he is the Devaguru or the master of gods. According to the Puranas, Daityaguru Sukracharya knew the death revival mantra so that dead creatures would rise again with a new life. Still, that is the work of Venus. The old body is destroyed. In its place, a new body takes its seat with new life. In one place, the light of life is shrouded in darkness, and in another, it shines in full brightness. In this dead reviving mantra of Venus, the stream of life has flowed unceasingly since the beginning of the creation. But Shukra or Venus did not find the nectar. His vision confined to gross manifestations. He wants that which is naturally mortal to make it eternal by reviving it after destruction. But the seed of mortality in him does not disappear. He lives, dies again, lives again and dies again. Venus is cunning but not truly wise. All his knowledge relies on external manifestations. He thinks by trickery, mortal creation can be made eternal. But Jupiter is wise. He knows infallibly that impermanent things do not last. So he does not vainly try to give performance to the temporary like Venus. The sense of abstract knowledge, seeing it as a real thing, is possible only for Jupiter. Those who do not have the influence of Jupiter, they will not easily understand that abstract thing can be felt and witnessed like concrete things. What is called the eye of wisdom in the scriptures is the gift of Jupiter. But those eyes are not made of blood, flesh and skin like ours. It is the divine eyes of the gods and the wisdom eye of the sages. Jupiter observes the abstract thing of scientific cell, and Mercury expresses or propagates them as messenger. Mercury is preoccupied with expression. It has no feelings but words. Hence, a favorable combination or conjunction of Mercury-Jupiter is necessary for the manifestation of available knowledge. Mercury collects bits and pieces of knowledge from outside. Jupiter selects the core and makes it his own. This owing of knowledge is called sanskar or experience. No matter how much knowledge one has by reading or memorizing books, if it is not converted into experience or reformation, it is of no use. The two words we use for intelligence are knowing and understanding. Of them, knowing is applicable for Mercury and understanding is applicable for Jupiter. Jupiter's job is to discover truth. Whatever is happening in front of our eyes or in our senses, we need to help the Jupiter to categorize them and put them under one comprehensive rule. All the scientific laws that have been discovered in the world till date, whether gross or subtle, have been made by the disciples of Jupiter. That is why Jupiter is referred to as Sarvagya, that is all in one regarding knowledge. In Jaimini Sutra, that means laws of Jaimini. It is not possible to know each of the pieces separately, but knowing that everything is subject to a universal law, all things become known. Whenever a major scientific principle is discovered, Jupiter manifests through the discoverer. From our ancient mantra creating sages to Galileo, Newton, Faraday, Jagadish Chandra Bose, Meghnad Saha, Sir Abdul Kalam, etc., all are incarnations of Jupiter. If their correct birth chart is found, then it will be seen that the influence of Jupiter is the most on them. Jupiter is idealistic. The influence of Jupiter is very great on those talented poets whose writings make the everyday affair of the world glorious and beautified. Rabindranath Tagore and Tennyson are the best examples for this. Venus is also the factor of poetry, but the poetry of Venus is limited to joy and exists in the connection of sense and objects. It does not have the power to go beyond the limits of the senses. To experience the beauty transcendence belongs only to Jupiter. So, to be a great poet, Jupiter and Venus should have a favorable relationship. Both Jupiter and Venus are auspicious planets, that is, both givers of happiness. Jupiter is the best among them because the happiness of Venus is the happiness of material possessions, the happiness of the senses, the happiness of external pomp. Mental happiness is not there. The happiness that Jupiter gives is unalloyed happiness. It can be called joy. As we see many people who have lot of wealth, that is lot of money, multiple houses, cars, etc., but there is no happiness or peace in their family life. Many others are living happily and peacefully despite living a simple life in the midst of various shortages. Now let's see what Jupiter indicates in our society and life. Jupiter indicates intuition, the ability to perceive and acquire all knowledge, the power to understand the underlying facts of every subject, generosity, slowness, seriousness, judgment, truthfulness, power, foresight, wisdom, experience, philosophy, philosopher, scientist, wise, judge, master, son, happy person, professor, jurist, minister, regent, food, grain, court, high school, universities, devalayas, that means temples, mosques, churches, pilgrimage places, sweet flavored foodstuffs, institutions of higher education, cabinet, religious, eloquent, personality, original research, ideal, principled, ambitious, highly ambitious, disciplined, passionate, compassionate, devoted, loudly, reformer, flamboyant, tasteful, sportsmanlike, law, court, priest, clerical jobs, somewhat pompous personality, fairness, abundance, organizational capacity, etc. Which part of our body or which disease is indicated by Jupiter? I have told in video on medical astrology. You can watch the video. The link is given in the description. In the present age, the native of Jupiter with its various qualities is hardly seen. A Jupiter native will be very determined. If Jupiter is auspicious and not malefic associated or aspected in the zodiac, they will not think negatively. They will not give up even in difficult situations. The native of Jupiter will be either large or medium in appearance. The bones will be wide. Even if there is a lot of fat, the body structure will be very beautiful. There will be a lot of contrast in movement and behavior. Although the expression of personality is observed in the tone of the voice, basically, the native of Jupiter will be very sensitive. They are very systematic in their work. They never try to get work through any dishonesty. They see everyone equally. In addition to his own establishment, he strives to ensure that everyone he knows is well established. A native of Jupiter has physical strength or excessive ability to work. They easily gained considerable popularity. Everyone accepts him as a leader because of his sympathetic attitude and personality. Unnecessary pity or neglect towards anyone is against his principles. That's why they remain popular till the end of age. The opposite sex is easily attracted to them for their extraordinary personality. In most cases, marriage will be of mutual choice. Generally, they are very happy in family life. Jupiter natives have very good physical health. That is why no small disease is seen in their body. Digestive and liver disease can be seen only in mature age. A native of Jupiter will have broad forehead. Hair will not be too thick. Sometimes beautiful baldness is seen. Baldness in many cases become a symbol of beauty and sometimes causes loss of beauty. Jupiter baldness can be said to be a symbol of beauty, like Anupam Kher. Also, their teeth are equal well groomed on both sides and look very clean. This was my discussion today. The significance of each planet needs to be understood very well. In the next episode, I will discuss about Venus. Namaskar.